Down here.
Oh. All right. So what are you saying?
Well, she said, is he running for mayor? And I said, for God's sakes, don't antagonize him. I mean, let's face it, things are pretty critical around here. And, you know,
You're
if
talking
you
about
ran,
Patty O'Neill wrote this?
yes, and if you ran, you'd probably friggin' win. And that's scary as hell to me. Like, I think that I'd pick up myself and move.
Would you run for Mexico or would you head for Canada?
I'm not really sure. I just know that I would run. Yeah. Yeah.
How fast? Would you
what is she even thinking that she would suggest such a thing?
Would you even bother to pack your shit, or would you just get in the car and head for the border?
I would probably just get in my car and run like hell.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, think about it.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to run for mayor.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah. Are you okay? Do you feel better now that you know that I'm not going to run?
Oh, well, of course. Absolutely. So should everybody else.
Jesus. Good morning, Raylene.
Good morning.
We are at a balmy 28 degrees.
It does feel pretty
Doesn't
nice
it,
out.
though?
It feels warm.
God.
You know?
Well, we knew that cold snap wasn't going to last very long.
It's coming right back.
It is coming back, though. When is it? Saturday? I think it's Saturday.
And they say that on Monday we could get significant snow.
Yeah, a nor'easter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what we want, right? Actually, I won't mind. Get rid of all of this dirty grossness.
Oh, yeah.
It looks so gross everywhere.
You know what's pissing me off is all of the salt everywhere. It's just everywhere.
Yeah, and the ice that is treacherous.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's just, you come into the house, you got the salt all over. You don't realize it until the shit dries. And then your floors are white everywhere. And it's just...
Well, not if you take your shoes off at the door and don't walk around,
is
Mr.
that the
Green.
Is that the rule at your house?
Well, if you want to still have feet.
Yeah. Lily and everything. I'll blame it on Lily. Mm-hmm. Just blame it on Lily.
We know who the culprit is.
This morning, what day is it? Is it Thursday?
It is Thursday.
Oh, my God. Happy Thursday, everybody. Yeah. This morning, my zipper on my coat split. I know come on, that's happened to you. Don't say it hasn't. It's happened to you. And it was, of course, I was bringing Lily to school, and I'm bringing her into the building. I look like a complete moron. Half of the bottom of my coat.
Only because of your zipper? I'm just curious.
Yeah, because my gut was hanging out, was coming out of the bottom of my coat, and I looked like hell.
Uh-huh.
But, the rest of me looked...
Well, suck it in. Jeez.
The rest of me looked absolutely amazing. Today, by the way, is National Healthy Weight and Healthy Look Day.
And you already blew that all to hell when you blew your zipper.
Do I look healthy? Do I look healthy? Do I look like a healthy weight and health? Just overall, just healthy?
You look happy?
Happy.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I asked you. I asked you about healthy.
And I answered you.
Roseanne Sayers is saying significant snow. 3 inches is significant to them. Now 12 inches is significant. It is a significant amount of snow. What is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be 3 inches or 12 inches, Roseanne? What do we know? What do we know? I should know. How come I don't know?
I say probably nobody knows because they don't seem to ever really know.
Yeah.
But we could tune into Roger Hill.
Yeah.
Because he's the god of weather, I am told.
He is.
And if he says it, then...
He is a weather nerd. If you get on Wuthering Heights, I mean, you're going to get, frankly, more than you might be asking for with all the technical... he's got some real technical analysis of what's happening with the weather. But if you get on Wuthering Heights, he'll give you all the details.
Yeah.
Half of the shit I can't even understand and pronounce. It's all like meteorological.
Right.
Is there such a word?
Copy, paste, post.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You figure it out.
You have been, speaking of being a nerd, you have been somewhat of a news nerd here over the last couple of days. A hound. And there's so much going on this morning. And first of all, we are really, truly live, and we are truly local. It is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We're at 28 degrees, and we got a cloudy day here in Barre. But let's run down some of the things. First off, the UVM is, and if you didn't catch this morning when you woke up, we have the story for you. UVM is now enacting an emergency staffing plan. Over 400 of the facility's 8,500 employees are currently restricted from working at the hospital because of coronavirus, either infection or exposure.
To an already short-staffed workforce.
Wow.
Yeah. And basically what it means is that they're going to start canceling appointments that are truly not necessary.
Right.
If it's something that is not an emergency, it won't happen.
Well, they're dealing with a surge of coronavirus patients all on top of this. I mean, this is crazy. The hospital was at 83% of its total patient capacity yesterday. Amazing.
And to have not that, I know all kinds of people that go in for same-day surgery for different things. And not, of course it's important, but if it's not absolutely necessary, it does take nursing staff away, because you still need to be recovered from that procedure. They have to make sure that you have fared well with the anesthesia and that you can walk and pee and eat and all of those things before you can go, and that your stats are good. And there's a lot involved in electives, and it takes nursing power that they just don't have.
Yeah. You just said pee on the air, by the way.
It's okay.
So what do you?
That's not the worst thing I've ever said on air.
So what are you trying to say here? That
don't get angry and don't have huge expectations of maybe appointments that you have coming up. If you are scheduled for things, colonoscopies, just.
So I have
routine.
So I have a colonoscopy on the calendar for, when is it? The 26th.
26th.
The 26th. That's
next Thursday.
Is that next Thursday? Something
or
like
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
So you're saying there's a possibility that I might not be able to get my colonoscopy?
There is. And maybe you won't even know until the morning of. Who knows?
Wow.
Maybe you'll drink all that stuff, shit your brains out all night, then they'll cancel it. I don't know. It could happen. Just be prepared. Then you will have practiced for when the time comes.
Oh, that's good practice.
You know. Yeah. And then your zipper won't blow out because your belly will be nice and flat, and
stop.
This
is my first colonoscopy,
which is crazy to me because you're not a spring chicken.
Wow, you're just hammering me good today.
I know, but I really thought that becomes routine at a much younger age than what you are.
I think it's 50, isn't it? Help me out, Roseanne. Jeez,
I don't know.
Please.
I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was 40, but who knows?
I think it's 50.
They've probably changed it again because the insurance company needs to wait a little bit longer before they have to pay for those things.
Well, if it's age 50 for the colonoscopy, I am a shred above that. Shred.
Yeah. I don't have room to talk. I'm pushing 50. It's
Yourself.
literally right around the corner.
Yeah, but you look better than I do.
Literally.
Yeah, Mark Miller is saying it is. It's 50.
Yeah.
It's 50. So
you're what, 5 years?
So you're saying that on the 25th, when I'm drinking all of this laxative,
Miralax and Gatorade and
yeah, which
whatever that little bottle of toxic stuff is.
I don't know.
Citrate crap that they give you.
I don't know what it is.
You gag it down.
I don't want to know what it is.
No.
But you're saying there's a possibility that I could be drinking all this, shitting my brains out for how many hours?
Well, hours if you do it correctly, if you follow the instructions to a T.
Okay. And then because of the staffing shortage, they could possibly call me at the last minute and say, we're not going to do the colonoscopy.
Yeah.
At which point I have thoroughly cleansed the inside of my colon.
Right. So you take a hot shower and go on with your day and be happy about it, I guess.
Yeah, Linda is saying it's no big deal. The prep is all different now. Miralax and Gatorade.
Yeah. That yellow Gatorade.
Okay.
You can do it.
Well, you know, I was with Wayne Warner last night, and we were talking about this, and he's telling me that I should go live. I mean, Katie Couric did it. What's the other guy's name? Matt Lauer.
Wayne.
Matt Lauer did it.
My God. What are you thinking?
Well,
does he know the things that you say and that you do under anesthesia? I've heard stories.
I'm very sensitive to
and someday
drugs in general.
Charlene is going to come in here, and her and I are going to have a literal field day with a recent procedure that you had.
John Wayne?
And the antics that followed it while you were still buzzing.
Okay. It's got to be it's got to be the kidney stone when I was walking around like John Wayne.
No.
Got to be.
No.
Chris Massey. He's saying American Cancer Society states people with average risk, regular screening to start at age 45. Average risk, of which there's no risk in my family of this. So, and what the hell? I don't give a shit. I'm 50. You know, what am I hiding?
Well, you are going to give a shit. A lot of them. But anyways, moving on.
Anyway, it's coming up on the 26th. Wish me luck. Wayne Warner is suggesting that I bring a camera with me and go in and film the whole thing. And I'm like, can we link up their camera inside my colon and go live on Facebook? Why not?
My God.
But why not? Let's show people.
It's going to be okay, people. I will sit at the helm down here in Barre.
Why not?
And as soon as he goes live, I'll take him out.
The state has allocated 350,000 rapid coronavirus test kits.
Yeah, that they ran out of like within minutes.
Right away. 5 hours.
And they don't know how quickly they're going to be able to replenish that, is what I last read.
Yeah.
But that's been a couple of hours, so
well, let's see.
Who knows?
It took around 5 hours for all the tests to be claimed from an online portal yesterday. Residents could claim 4 tests per household, and the kits will be distributed in the next 2 weeks. The state is planning to distribute a total of 500,000 kits to residents to help slow the spread of coronavirus.
but no one is saying how long it's going to take them to replenish those kits.
Right. And we just got a email this morning from the school saying we're out of test kits. So
And my guess is that nursing staff is going to take precedence
Yeah.
over any tests that are needed and available.
Yeah, and I don't want
the quick tests so
Right.
that they can get right back to work if need be.
right, and I don't want to say as they should because it'll piss off somebody, But
Well,
I mean, come on, these are
we do need them.
the people that are on our front lines are the ones that are caring for the people who are ill or fragile
Yeah.
or vulnerable. Oh boy, Carrie Freiberg. Oh no.
What?
She just texted me saying, "I'm so glad we're going to be on your show the day after the procedure and not the day before." Oh no.
I don't know, Carrie. You may have wanted to come the day before. I will try to make sure that he's talked it all out prior to you arriving.
Oh, and Carrie's such a nice lady. I mean, we're going to have fun anyway. Come on.
We always do. I love having them here. Actually,
We'll be okay.
I really do.
We're all adults here. We'll get through it.
Right.
But this is my first colonoscopy, and I'm a little nervous. Wayne was telling me that you get wheeled into like an operating room.
Well, yeah. You have to be. I mean, you can elect to do it without anesthesia and stuff, but you and I both know that that's never happening with you.
You can elect to go without anesthesia.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm one of these guys where hit me across the head with a baseball bat and wake me up in 2 weeks.
Right. Well, who wouldn't? I mean,
That's how
I can't imagine staying awake during that, but I know people that do.
See, I can't ask you this because it's not a fair question to you. But is this colonoscopy going to be worse than the vasectomy?
I don't know.
Of course you wouldn't know. Help me out, guys. Mark,
but-
where are you?
I mean, I've definitely had my fair share of surgeries, and so my guess is that, you're probably going to make it through.
The kidney stone and the vasectomy, pain threshold, those were right there. Mm-hmm. That's like a 10 and a 9. 10 being the kidney stone.
Right.
I'd take the vasectomy again over the kidney stone.
Right.
The look on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Let's see, what else do we have in the news today? We have 2 new inmate cases of coronavirus detected at the Northeast Correctional Complex in St. Jay. Both prisoners in general population. They're now having symptoms. Inmates are currently being held in isolation for quarantine, and the prison is under a full lockdown as officials seek to make sure that the major outbreak does not happen, which they're afraid of, which they should be.
Absolutely.
My God, can you imagine?
They should be. No. No.
Unreal.
It's no different than a nursing home.
Yeah, of course.
That's their space.
Yeah,
and
of
it
course.
can spread like wildfire.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not like they can say, all right, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Right, exactly.
Oh. Brian Badgley, the guy from Waterbury, the former manager of the pharmacy in Berlin, arraigned on charges accusing him of stealing opioids.
Mm-hmm.
Accused of breaking the tamper seal on a morphine bottle and removing some of the drugs. The narcotic allegedly was replaced in the bottle with Benadryl and distilled water. This happened while this Brian Badgley was working at the CVS pharmacy on Route 302, just down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal.
Just more proof that it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
What your upbringing is, what your education is, it can happen.
Yeah. And if you're doing wrong, you eventually something's going to come back and bite you in the ass, and that's just the truth. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Williamstown. What's shaking in Williamstown with this whole bank robbery thing? My God!
So far, well, as you know, there's been an arrest, and he has not formally been charged with bank robbery, though, and.
This is this Ellis dude.
Yes, and it is now my understanding that those charges could be upgraded. It's a federal charge. It's a bank. Mm-hmm. And so the charge that the state could impose on arrest isn't necessarily the charge, obviously, that will be carried out the whole way through.
Okay.
And it's still under investigation.
And when did
the bank robbery itself is still under investigation?
And when did all this shake down again?
Yesterday. Well, yesterday is when the state police released that they had first thing in the morning too. It was very early in the morning. They released and said that they had arrested him right here in Barre.
Yeah. And you posted it up right off.
I did.
What time? Like early?
Early.
Super.
Yeah.
Super early.
It was before 6 a.m. But, yeah. I mean, it's still under investigation.
I'm going to say this.
It could go many ways.
Thank you for breaking that story.
And, well.
Because you did.
That's what we do, you know.
And we've had
and I had to do a lot of, because there was question of whether or not it should be posted or shared at the time that I chose to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did reach out to several people that thankfully we have a connection with through the show.
Yep.
That I was able to reach out to and say, what do you think about doing this?
Well, it was a press release.
And it was. And though not the greatest of press releases, because really they were very vague about some things. But as I just said, I've been told that the vagueness came from the divide in the state and the federal and how it will all come together and play out. Mm-hmm. But at least the arrest had been made. Mm-hmm. And yeah. And who knows, maybe our post that, has reached a lot of people.
Can I say?
Sure.
14,135
will bring some tips or some more information or light to the investigation. Mm-hmm. Maybe it'll help. Yeah. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But for me, it's just one more light into the world of this crisis that we're in.
Sure.
That is equally as scary and real and raw as COVID, in my mind, because it's been around a lot longer and I don't see it going away anytime soon.
No.
There's certainly no vaccine, and wearing a mask isn't going to fix it.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to fix it is all of us coming together somehow, some way, and being willing to be a little bit open-minded about how it's addressed. And then a huge part is going to be how our local governments and our state government and our courts handle it as well.
Yep.
And do I think that there should be no punishment? Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Of course there should be. I mean, we all know I did my punishment when I committed crime. I had to, I had to go to jail and be away from my family for 3 years. And that's because of that's my own shit. That's what I did to me.
Right.
And so.
Accountability.
And I'm all for that accountability. What I'm not for is the release. When we release them, they're released to the same shit. They're going out on the street with nothing. Yeah. Some of them, before they leave, teach them how to fill out paperwork, do a job interview, interview for an apartment. There's got to be some sort of transition. And where we are now with a lot of these, I call them kids because they're younger than me. So to me, everybody's a kid. But where we're at with them is that a lot of them have grown up with this their entire lives. This is what they've done. They've grown up with parents that are addicts. And what did they learn most? They learned how to hustle.
Right.
They learned how, maybe it was only for food and other silly things when they were little.
Right.
But that is their main skill.
Or parents that are not necessarily addicts, but parents who just haven't made the best life choices.
Exactly.
And they've become accustomed.
And me included.
Yeah.
Am I the sole reason for Treg's addiction and his troubles? Absolutely not. I can't own that. Did I play a role in some of the shit that he went through in life that he, for some reason, can't internalize and deal with and rise above? Absolutely.
Sure.
That I own.
Yeah.
Will I let him use it as a crutch always?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
We all go through shit in our lives.
Of course.
And so either and it can't be used as an excuse. And it's an excuse. But I do believe that the only way we're going to fix it is by community support and helping them once they're out, after they've been punished for what they did.
Right.
That we don't drop the ball.
Yeah.
That there are things that are available and that they are transition houses. I mean, there was one, a sober living house, if you call it, here in Barre, but it got shut down because it turned into the biggest crack house there was in town.
Yeah.
A lot
of this is they need to come out and kind of hit the reset button on the computer of their whole life, who they are, their identity, who their network of friends, so-called quote unquote friends, and even family.
Right. And it comes down to funding. And, people say, I'm not wasting my tax dollars on that. Yeah. You're already wasting your tax dollars.
Right.
And probably way more money because they're never going to become productive members of society.
Right.
They're just not, it's not going to happen.
Well, we have a lot of,
I was very fortunate. I had people that stood beside me that understood, that knew the whole story, not just what was in media.
Right.
They and they helped me.
Yeah.
When I came home, but I also fought for myself while I was away, and I taught myself new skills, and I demanded more of myself.
Yeah. You advocated for yourself.
But again, that was my upbringing. I didn't know any better not to do that. My mother was the strongest, most stubborn bitch I ever known in my life, and thank God she was, because that's the way I was. But not everybody has that, and not everybody possesses that inner strength to do that.
There are, and you and I have talked about this on the show, I don't know how many times, there's countless services that are available here in this state. And we've had a wonderful partnership with the Central Vermont Prevention Coalition. They're coming back, by the way. They're going to be on the show here
very
again
soon. And they have a forum that is going to be the 19th, I believe, which is going to end up turning into a very busy day for us if we intend to attend that as well,
Well,
because
we've got it posted up on the
we
page
do.
here.
Yes, I
Yeah.
keep sharing it, and I'm hoping it's total virtual now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that will mean that more people attend.
I wish we could broadcast it, man.
Yeah.
But bridging the gap between having all of the services and then having all of the people that need the services is getting them to actually take advantage of these services.
Mm-hmm.
You bring the horse to the water,
Mm-hmm.
and you hope that they'll drink, but at least
Right.
bring the horse to the water. And I think that's kind of what
Right, and we're not doing that.
generally.
And it's
Right.
the same thing, and that's how I get to where I am about my son. When people say just throw him out, to where? The dogs that I've fought for the last 14 years to keep him from, where is he going to go? What is he going to do?
There are people who
It's a fine line. It's
The-
a shitty line.
there are people who the only way that they can do this is to literally disappear, leave the country, even if not the state. In some cases, even leave the country and completely hit the reset button on their life.
And then pray that works, because it's everywhere. It's not just Vermont. It's not
Yeah,
just Barre.
of course,
It's
of course.
everywhere.
Yeah,
They still need a support system, no matter where they go.
yeah, yeah. Well, we got some great comments here, but I don't know how we got on this one.
I don't know either. Well, the bank robbery in Williamstown.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe almost 15,000 people saw that post on Aired Out.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
That's a good thing.
Um,
And I hope that nobody thinks that I posted it to be vicious in any way. It literally was just sharing something that happened in the news, and I hope that people know where I stand
yeah,
as far as
there's nothing vicious. It's,
Right.
It's news. I mean, the Times
I'm very
Argus-
open about my life and everything, you
Yeah,
know.
right.
So,
Well, there's other.
I'm in no way am I throwing stones, nor would I.
Of course
That
not.
pisses me off when people do that.
But we can't ignore stories like that either when they're
Right,
if they're
exactly.
this is a
It's
major
huge.
local.
It's huge.
It's a major local story, and you bet your ass we're going to put it out there.
Right.
And every other media source, Times Argus, I don't know, if
CAX,
CAX,
whoever, they do too. But
Yeah.
it's something that needs to be talked about
Sure it
on
does.
all of the levels.
Sure it does.
Yeah.
Of course.
So what else do we got? The Red Cross is desperate for blood. That's
Talk
what
about
else I
that.
know.
Go ahead.
So please, if you can donate, because it's critical. They've stated it's an emergency. They absolutely need donors now.
You posted that up
Mm-hmm.
on
With
our
the
page.
links, how to hook up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Duffy, can you tell us about this dog? I mean, what a story, man.
Yes.
Damn.
So he went missing.
This is a local dog. This is a
Yes,
local lady
A local lady.
who had her dog Duffy. They were
at Millstone.
up hiking in Millstone.
And he got away and went missing, and unfortunately they did recover him last night, and he had passed.
Yeah.
And so it was not a happy ending, but
Slipped into the water, right?
I don't know that he slipped into the water. I
Okay.
think that he was near
Yeah.
where water was, but I to my knowledge, he did not slip into the
Wow.
water.
Okay.
That he did fall from a cliff, and
Wow.
but he was recovered, and to the many thanks of many people. I mean, so many people were looking for him, and Michael Budin volunteered several hours of his time.
Wow.
And took his drone up there, posted many pictures so that people could, not only his eyes were viewing to see if they could blow them up on their computers and anybody could find anything. people really gathered and rallied to help this lady find her dog. And yeah, super sad outcome. But at the same time, I'm happy that she gets that closure. And I'm happy that she knows she lives somewhere where we all were there for her and still are. Like
That's it.
that, yeah, you know, that it was like a child was lost. There were people that were, why isn't the fire department going? And, you know, there's an understanding of that, of how important it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Our community is just
pretty kick-ass.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's wicked that Booten was up there with his drone. I didn't know that until you told me. I think that's incredible.
Yeah. I think Renita had told him, and
there's a lot of great people,
I had
man.
Screenshotted the message and texted it to him right away, and he got right back to them, and and went. Yeah.
Before I forget, and you know me, I at times do tend to, again, at times forget things.
I'm already rolling my eyes. Do you see this?
It's not often. Occasionally, I will forget something. Mm-hmm. Chris Cataract, Freezing Fun for Families. Mm-hmm. With, I think, Seth King, if this is my memory here. I think it was Seth King who was going to be joining him. We had to postpone that show because I was home with Lily, with the whole school thing and coronavirus and school's on, school's off, school's on, school's off. My God. But Sherilyn was in Montpelier working, so I,
You were on deck.
Yeah. As you know, as a parent, parenting always will trump anything. It comes first.
Absolutely.
So we will reschedule that, and we're going to do it soon. Actually, we're going to be working on that real soon this morning, getting another date on the calendar to talk about Freezing Fun for Families. Mm-hmm. Also, Cindy Breyer.
Yes.
She got in touch with me about
Bikers for Beth. I saw that. I was so excited. I'm so happy to team up with them again.
So am I. So am I.
It's such a big deal to me.
It is. It's a big deal to so many people.
And Josh and all. Oh, I just love them all.
All of them.
How fortunate we are to be involved in that.
Yep, we are. And we are so honored to be the media for it. And we are going to do everything and anything that we can within our legal bounds. I mean, we will promote the crap out of that event.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to pull up this other one because the
May 22nd
annual Lonny Wade Fishing Derby is also coming up right around the corner, and it is March 5th at 12, and March 6th it starts at 10. So we're going to have some people coming in to talk about that next week. Also on the 19th.
Do we know what lake that'll be on?
Lake Maury.
It is back on Maury. Okay.
And I believe that it takes place, from what I've heard, the same weekend as Freezing Fun for Families.
Okay.
And so...
Is it the first weekend in March?
It is.
Yeah, I think that is.
It is. So both events are running the same weekend.
Yeah.
And
but here's the thing about the Lonny Wade Fishing Derby, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, if you are partaking in the Freezing Fun for Family softball tournament, the Winter Co-ed softball tournament, which is, I've lost count of how many years. I mean, it's decades now. Mm-hmm. If you come out of that and
unscathed,
well, if you come out of that freezing your ass off, okay, throw on some dry clothes, get in your car, go over to Lake Maury, and even if you're not there to fish, go. They'll probably have a bonfire for you to warm your butt. They'll have food.
You know what I was thinking? How cool would it be if they kind of
Had the softball tournament out on the
On
ice?
the ice. I mean, how funny would that be? Talk about at a whole new level.
Yeah,
of
that'd be
holy
pretty
shit,
weird.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We might get some broken hips out of it, though.
Well, yeah, I would bet.
What else? There was something else.
That we have going on?
No, that's going on in our community. There's so many things that are happening. And listen, it is smart.
We'll check the page.
For us to be thinking a couple of months ahead. We want to give people as big of a heads up as we can on all things happening in our community.
Agreed.
That was that. Jason Trombley, we're going to get him in here from Preston Skia.
We are going to get him rescheduled. He actually had to cancel.
Yeah.
Same thing. COVID
COVID
put a wrench into his days and calendar too. So
right. Lucas John, what an interview! I don't know. Did you get a chance to hear that one?
I did. You guys did a good job. I had to watch it later, but yeah.
That guy's
you guys
just
did a good job.
He's just
and
amazing.
He has a lot of good new things happening. We've also posted that, so you have his entire schedule.
Yeah,
is posted. His new address and telephone number is posted. The cost of like the gear is posted. But a lot of really good new classes, self-defense and kids wrestling. He's got all kinds of stuff going on there.
This is Granite City MMA. For those of you that may not be familiar with what we're talking about, Churchill Road in Graniteville, their new location. And when we say Churchill Road, we mean church. They're in the church. Oh, yeah,
they're in the old church.
Which is...
I actually went to get my hair cut. His wife cut my hair a couple weeks ago now in the basement there, Amanda.
Yeah.
And it's a really cute little shop in a nice place. I
didn't
love
know
it.
that.
And I peeked in the
Really?
Yeah, and I peeked in the doors of, the old big glass doors to get into the church. I peeked in at the gym and wow.
Oh,
it's pretty
unbelievable.
Cool.
It's
pretty cool.
Incredible. Yeah, and I went back and listened to a little bit of Lucas last night, and man, you listen to 30 seconds of that dude, and he's
gotcha.
He's inspiring. He's motivational.
He is motivational for sure. Yeah, and I haven't decided if it's his voice or if people are just shitless of him.
No, it's the eyes.
Yeah, his
eyes are always always relaxed.
Intense.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
But he's relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
I've threatened.
I'd be relaxed too if I didn't ever have to worry about.
Anything. I cannot threaten that man without him laughing. I can't. I mean, I've tried everything.
You can't threaten me without me laughing.
Stop it.
Or, even Lily.
I mean, I think I even said to him, dude, you pissed me off again, and I'm going to slash your tires. And he's like. He's still relaxed with the face. He's like, go ahead, JD. Do it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I can't scare him.
No.
Damn
I'm sorry.
I'm still trying.
I don't think it's ever going to happen. We have the fights coming up.
February 19th.
Yep. So Donnybrook, Battle in Barre 6. We have the tickets here. There are sponsorship opportunities if you want to sponsor a team, get your business logoed up with them or not really logoed up, but connected with the advertisements and whatever. You can contact Rex. They have all kinds of things going on. Tickets still for sale. I'm not real sure. I almost want to say that there's only the grandstand tickets left, but I better not. You better check the website.
Well, Donnybrook Fight Promotions .com, or you can find them on Facebook, and I've got Rex's link up here too. So if you want to,
yes, all of that's posted. Yesterday, I posted all of the new stuff. You just click on it, easy tap Taylor made some awesome posters and
Yeah.
advertisements, and she does a really good job. He's
And
lucky to have her.
look at the fights. Look at the card. Holy crap!
And
Oh my God.
that's what it is. The poster that she did is the fight card, and
We got
so that's coming right up.
We got a pro fight
Yeah,
in Barre, Vermont. That's huge.
and really, it's getting close, like a month away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, just a couple of days shy of a month
yeah.
away.
People, if you want to get your hubby something for Valentine's Day,
$40.
$40, and
We have the tickets right here.
right, and it's kind of a win-win situation because he gets this present that he thinks is super cool, and you get a night without him.
That is a huge win-win.
I mean,
You can do your nails. You can whatever the hell. You can watch some stupid crap on TV and not have
take
to
a bubble bath and drink
Yes,
wine and
yes.
without hearing, babe,
Hey, babe. Yeah.
where's the ketchup?
Where's this?
You
Where's
know?
that?
Yeah,
And
you know.
then he can go up to the Barre Auditorium and watch a bunch of guys beat the crap out of each other
Right, win-win.
and drink beer
Yeah,
at the
See?
same time.
See, who could want more?
I know. I remembered what it was. And I'll say this. Shame on you for forgetting, because I was the one that remembered. For the record, I remembered something that you forgot. So
Okay.
shame on you. Okay, I'll just say that right now.
All right, you say it.
I just did. I'm going to say it again.
And what is
shame
it?
on you.
That you're trying to remember.
I just remembered it on my own.
What is it?
It just came to my
What is it?
cognition.
Uh-huh.
The nail clinic.
Oh, that we're going to do. Oh, so,
You forgot.
no, I didn't forget, but because we're not meeting until this afternoon to sure everything up.
Back this
So-
up. Back it up. Go
Yes.
back it up. Start from the start.
When the ladies from the Barre Housing SASH program came in, they talked to us about a huge need for a program that had been canceled for the elderly to have foot care services
In
and
our area,
wound checks, and yes,
residencies such as the Tilton House.
yes, the ones up in Graniteville, all different kinds of locations.
Right here in central Vermont.
Yes, and
Lower income housing.
Justin, you want the tape?
Is he looking for the Scotch tape?
Yeah, give it up.
Yes, come right over here, buddy. We're live. You can have the Scotch tape. Hey, happy birthday, you old hag.
So, anyways,
Justin Lawrence just celebrated a birthday. Anyway.
while they were talking to you, I reached out to some friends of mine.
Right.
And
Which is amazing, okay?
And
During the podcast live.
yes, and she is a certified wound specialist, foot care specialist, and said, can you volunteer some time? What do you think? We could open up our own free foot clinic for these people once a month. You, me, a few other of our nurse friends could go. We could do that for these people. And so she said, yes, but we're going to need the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is roughly $3,600 for what we need, which really is nothing. So we're going to need to raise that money. There will be a special checking account that the housing authority sets up for that through the SASH program that people can donate directly to.
Right.
We haven't figured out how we're going to fundraise for it yet. We'll work on that a little bit as well. But in the meantime, and I haven't even told the girls this yet because we're not meeting until 2:00 today, but you have a big mouth.
Are you breaking more news?
Yes. So we have a doctor that's willing to also volunteer once a month, 4 to 6 hours, to be present at that clinic with us, and so that they can do actual checks. And if they really feel that it's warranted, that that somebody see a medical professional, a doctor.
They'll get the referral going right then and
They
there.
can get everything going right then and there. So, but, again, it's shit I've experienced in my own life. And as somebody who has had the majority of my right foot amputated, I know its importance. I know how scary it can be. And thankfully, everything that happened to me when I was younger. But as you get older and those sorts of things happen, it can be life-threatening. It was life-threatening for me, but it can really mean life or death for them.
Absolutely. Quickly. With feet? Are you kidding?
So,
diabetes? Oh, my God.
Yeah, so there's a lot to talk about and work out, and we're doing that. And
well, we just got a question, a possible chance to get a grant for startup.
Well, we are going to talk about that and work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that we'll need to, but I hope to make them all come together rather quickly because myself and 8 other nurses are ready to rock and roll. And so
isn't that, think about that.
We're just waiting. It's a matter
there's
of
9 of
getting
you?
the equipment. There's 9 of us. And so we should.
Yeah, when you say equipment, you're talking about not only tools, but also Dremels and all that
We need
stuff.
a Dremel. We need a autoclave or some sort of sterilization tool that can sterilize certain things in between. We want to have enough so that each one of us, there should be 18 sets of things so that when we take our stuff and we go to the next patient, that the stuff that we just used is being sterilized and that it all.
To think that there's 9 of you on board to do this. You said once a month?
Mm-hmm.
And a doctor to be able to do this. And the ladies at SASH, again, are creating a bank account locally.
Yes.
I'm not positive.
We don't know where yet.
Which bank?
I don't know where yet.
I think I know, but I won't say. Mm-hmm. But when we get that information from those ladies, we will be promoting the crap out of it so that folks in our community, if they want to donate even $5 into this fund, we're going to get foot care into these lower income housing units here in Central Vermont.
That care was taken away from them because the program was defunded.
Yeah, right. Well, bullshit to that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to fund it.
Right, we're going to fix it.
We're going to fund things that have been defunded, and that's important. You, as a former LNA, you've seen the difference between life and death with regard to feet and legs. It's right there. I mean, that's it. Mm-hmm. You can die quickly if your feet aren't taken care of.
Agreed.
Quickly.
Agreed.
So this is amazing. This is remarkable stuff.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else?
That's it.
You're going to be watching this possible nor'easter coming Monday?
Of course.
Maybe Monday?
I will. Yeah.
You're going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. We're going to post up information.
Mm-hmm.
And let's remind people, if you like the podcast, tell your friends about it. Follow the page, click like, post a comment, share away. And help us get it out there.
Right, and it's super important that if you're here, that you just hit the like button. It makes a difference for us.
Yeah, of course it does.
Views, yes, they count, but not as much as the
interaction,
engagement, and it's truly what we need to have happen. Yeah.
Well, we've got some regulars here: Roseanne Sayers, Michael Deering.
Share it away. I can't say it enough. If it literally is one click.
Part of the reason why I'm wearing my Giroux trucking hat this morning is because I'm having a really, really, really bad hair day. The other reason why I'm wearing my Giroux hat is because they're a new presenting sponsor.
They are.
And
happy to have them aboard.
When Bill Haynes came in here and just to chat with, and you've known the family.
And he's coming on the show. Very soon.
Are you booking them?
We are. It's already booked.
Oh, my God.
Okay, it's on the schedule.
My God. It's fascinating to me. I'm not a truck driver. I know you've made fun of me before when you're imagining me as a truck driver. With the phone books and the 2x4s zip tied to the gas pedal and all those jokes, we've all heard them, Raylene. But I'm fascinated to learn about the industry and the stop and the opportunities that are out there for truck drivers, and they make bank. So if you're thinking about,
I don't even know if driving is the funniest part for me. I think the 8-foot stepladder you're going to need to get in and out of the thing may even be funnier. Or you jumping out of a truck at a truck stop in your pink Crocs and, I don't know.
I would be well embraced. Bill said, look, short little Oompa Loompas like you can be truck drivers because they got the air seat. It'll come up 5 feet.
It will come up 5 feet, but what's going to happen? I hope the pedals can come up 5 feet as well.
I think I have like a 24-inch inseam. It's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm, me too.
But anyway, we love the fact that we've partnered up with them as a new presenting sponsor. If you're thinking about getting your CDL, which stands for, hang on a second, Commercial Driver's License. See? Look at that.
So proud of you.
Look at that.
So proud of you.
If you're thinking about it, really, you gotta get in touch with them because there's so many incentives right now. Mm-hmm. They can work with your employer. They can work around your schedule. Big discounts can be offered from the state Department of Labor.
There's grants.
There's all kinds of grants.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. They will get you behind the wheel as quickly as...
And when you get a license for them, you can work for anybody, wherever you want.
Anywhere you want to go.
Anywhere you want to go, you can go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you want to be a truck driver down in Florida, you can do that. I feel bad for you because they don't have real maple syrup down there, but that's fine. If that's where you want to go, you can do that.
Yeah, well, you can come home and truck a bunch back there.
This is true. Fontaine Forestry and Millwork, also one of our presenting sponsors, has been from day one. Mark and Sharon over there. We got to go over there. Green Mountain Mulch. And you always say, listen, I know that it's January, but if you're planning right now, your garden, you're getting ready for it, how big's it going to be, you better get on it.
Order it. Yeah, order it.
Order it up. Say, look, I want it delivered in May.
You can use it in your greenhouses right now.
Sure you can.
To keep things warm and...
Or if if you have, some of those funny looking plants in your house
plants,
with the purple lights on them.
Yeah.
Those plants.
Yeah.
Get the mulch.
Sure. I don't know. Do you mulch pot plants? I don't know if you do that.
Fecto Homes, also one of our sponsors. Ashley and the team over there, and Dan Fecto. I want to get Dan on the air. Can we do that? Can we get that set up?
I'm sure.
Let's set that up.
I'll see what I can do.
Will you? Seriously, will you?
Of course I will.
Get his ass in here. Mm-hmm. He's a great guy. That family's been around, the Fecto Homes, since what, 1970, I think?
For a long time.
Long time. Salvador and Babic. That's another one.
Here we go.
It's another one.
Yeah. Hold on to your seats with that because it's going to be a hell of a ride this tax season from what I've read and seen.
Tell Lozon,
my God, I can't even imagine.
Tell Lozon that if he's not in here this week, I'm going to let all the air out of his tires.
Okay.
Okay, I want him in here.
Okay.
We have to talk about taxes.
He's probably going to be as afraid as Lucas is, but I will tell him.
Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, we're going to be posting up some stuff today on what they're up to, which is a whole hell of a lot of stuff right here in Central Vermont. Mm-hmm. Barre Area Development, Cody Morson's in here every single Monday morning at 9 o'clock sharp, never misses one, always has a whole lot to say. Heard today that inflation is up 7% in America right now. The highest in how many years, Raylene? 40 years. Mm-hmm. We'll be talking about that on Monday. FGB Theaters, there's always new movies coming to both the Paramount Theater here in the Granite City and the Capitol Showplace Theater in Montpelier. We post them up aggressively here on our page. Get your fanny off of the couch, Go get some Cabot butter popcorn at the movie theaters and go. The Capitol Showplace, they're serving beer and wine there too. Go. You deserve it. Gusto's. Tell us about Gusto's.
They have specials every day, food specials. There is weekly concert, or not concerts, but live performances and DJs, and they have all kinds of stuff that is that's going on and that they have been posting. We've been posting. They have a quite the calendar, quite the lineup going forward.
Do they still have the wings on Wednesdays?
Yes, they had them yesterday, Wing Wednesday.
What about the Taco Tuesday?
They have that.
I'm in a lot of trouble. I have to go.
I don't remember what the specials are for Thirsty Thursday, but if you keep track of the page, you'll see in just a little while. I'll post it up for you.
If you see me coming out of Gusto's on a Tuesday afternoon with a
split coat,
with the split zipper on my coat that's split even more, you know it's been Taco Tuesday. CW Creative, we have some more promotional stuff that's going to be made here real soon with CW Creative that we can't wait to share with you. Vermont Custom Woodworking, this beautiful desk that we have made here. The people walk through this door and their heads turn right at this desk and they say, wow, every time they come in here. Eric Miller. ASB Financial right here at 185 North Main Street, where Justin Lawrence is in the building right now, and he is getting people signed up for God knows what. Could be Medicaid, could be Medicare, could be estate planning, it could be life insurance.
Yeah,
I don't think he won't do the whole car insurance thing. No, that's not his bag.
No.
That's not what he specializes in. He specializes in all the other stuff that's frankly more important than that. The Barry Montpelier Times-Argus. Steve Pappas is going to stumble and trip in here tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, I think. Which is always interesting. Often I get in trouble for some reason. I don't know why when Pappas is in here, but we'll have him in tomorrow morning. But we've been better lately, though. We've been more serious lately.
You have been better about focusing a little more, but we got to have a little fun with it.
Yes,
but
of course.
Just not quite as much fun as that's had sometimes.
We won't even mention it. Donnybrook Fight Promotion, we talked a lot about them today on the show. February 19th, Battle in Barre 6. We have the tickets right here at the studio. If you want to get them, $40. Don't wait. If you do, wait.
Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, if you do wait, and then we sell out, don't come crying to us.
Right.
Don't say that we didn't tell you.
Yeah.
We've got them. Get here, bring $40. We'll get you some tickets. Wood Doodles, G & Company. These amazing cutting boards, which we're going to go live in a little bit. I got to show these people these cutting boards one more time. Right, we're going to. We have to. Because it's just the most amazing craftsmanship I think I've ever seen, in addition to Eric Miller in this desk right here. Wright Electric, Chris Wright, our electrician, our helper, our consult on all things electrical related right here in Barre. Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, Jason Gauthier, who's plowing, he's sanding, he's salting, he's taking out your trash with Trash King. He's incredible. Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance. Preston's Kia, you said Trombley's coming in soon. We're going to reschedule him. He'll be in here.
Yes.
Real soon. Granite City MMA, we talked a lot about them today. Get on their Facebook page and see what they're up to. And Barslow Construction, Rex and the boys. What are they doing today? Do you know?
Well, I know that some of them are in East Barre. That job is huge.
Yeah.
They are doing
Been working
several
on that.
units of
Turning it into housing.
housing.
Above the old market there.
Yes, Morgan's. Yes.
Right.
Affordable housing option units.
So we're going to be watching the news carefully. We're going to be watching the weather carefully. Anything that's going on, we will make sure that we have it here for you. Keep watch of the page today. And well, thank you, Raylene, for everything. And thanks to our sponsors. And God bless. And we will keep in touch with you here throughout the day here on Aired Out.